You're watching RedChip TV, your source for small cap news.
Hey, welcome back to San Francisco and the RedChip Small Cap Health Tech Investment Forum. We're coming to you from the La Meridian Hotel here at the forum here, and we're happy to introduce to you another company. With me here is a representative from DoMark International Incorporated. The symbol for DoMark is DOMK. I have Dean Armitage with me. Dean, welcome to RedChip Small Cap TV.
Thanks, Brad. Glad to be here.
Yeah, DoMark. Tell us about DoMark.
Yeah, well, DoMark's an interesting company. We have a business model where we are researching, evaluating, and looking at private firms that we want to bring into one of our 5 key subsidiaries. And within the business model, we try to maintain shareholder value at the parent company, DoMark, while maximizing the overall profitability of each of the subsidiaries.
Yeah, so I know your model is to continue to grow the business by acquisition at the subsidiary level. Have I got that right?
That's exactly right. Mm-hmm. So when we actually do a deal with a subsidiary, and actually I'm kind of a poster child for having gone through that process because DoMark acquired our organization, Emerging Growth Advisors.
Right.
But when you go through that process, the DoMark overall company looks to provide you with some cash and subsidiary stock and a little bit of parent company stock, DoMark stock, but they try to focus on that key subsidiary to keep it autonomous, to keep it growing and healthy within its own regards, and then again, once again, maintain shareholder value at the DoMark.
Well, tell us about the areas of focus at the subsidiary level.
Yeah, there's 5 key areas of focus that the subs are based on. One is medicine, one is executive, sports, and entertainment. We have technology, we have business services that we focus on, and our newest one that we haven't got a organization in, but we have a few potentials lined up in, is alternative energy.
Right.
So that's an exciting one for us as well.
Sure, sure. And 5 areas of focus. So that certainly sets DoMark apart from just about any other company that's out there. Very unique model.
It is a unique model. And as our chairman, Joe Vittori, he just joined our organization. Interesting guy. He ran Avis from 1987 to 97, and after his tenure, they sold it off for over $1 billion, so he did very well at that. But what he likes about our model and why he's interested in working with us and leading up the charge at the chairman's from a chairman's perspective is because he sees the synergistic value of each of these subsidiaries working together, but at the same time maintaining their own profitability within their own unit. He also likes the fact that the DoMark parent company has shareholder value that is maintained and the revenues are flowing up through the subsidiaries. Plus he also likes our team.
Oh, good.
And me.
Yeah. Right. And again, you're addressing 5 areas. I know you work for one of the subsidiary companies. Tell us about that.
Good question. Thanks for asking that. Yeah, EGA is Emerging Growth Advisors. And what that organization does, our model is you focus on what you do best and we'll do the rest. And specifically what we mean by that is we allow organizations to manage and build whatever product or service it is that they are very, very good at, but all of the backroom stuff like corporate compliance with the SEC, Sarbanes-Oxley, HIPAA, regulatory regimes that are layered on top of the day-to-day activities of making their business be as profitable and successful as possible. We try to take all of that burden and in a catalytic way make the responsibility for it still be there within the organization, but provide all of the background processes, documentation, technology, and make sure all of the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed for all of the regulatory regimes that are requiring that type of information. So that's what we do. Again, you focus on what you do best, and we do that across our subsidiaries, and we try to do the rest for them. So they have the ability to manage and focus on building market share within their division.
When you talk about the regulatory regimes, we're at the RedChip Small Cap Investment and Health Tech Forum here.
We are.
And you know, the regulatory regime that is addressable by just about every company here is the SEC.
Yes.
And that's a big market with the certain compliances. Tell us about that.
It's a big hurdle for organizations that are micro, small cap organizations because of the amount of investment in not only money, but the time that organizations need to deal with these onerous requirements. So what we try to do in a very, very short term is give those organizations a kickstart in terms of getting them through those regulatory regimes as quickly as possible, so once again they can focus on the things they need to be focusing on, which is growing their business, understanding sales opportunities, building out their sales channels, and making sure that they have the proper investment to do the things they need to do.
I'm speaking with Dean Armitage. He's the spokesperson for DoMark International. He works for one of the subsidiaries, Emerging Growth Advisors. The symbol for DoMark International is DOMK. And Dean, tell our viewers what has happened recently for the small and micro-cap companies out there from a regulatory perspective that makes Emerging Growth Advisors compelling.
Yeah, that's a good question, Brad. The SEC has mandated that all organizations that are publicly traded, doesn't matter which board you're on or which different listing you're on, they need to comply with the Sarbanes-Oxley Act that was enacted back in 2002. So what does that mean? For most organizations, they really don't have a clear understanding of what to do, and we provide the processes, technology, and the people to make that happen within a very, very cost-effective model. Why? Because frankly, in these days, the economic conditions that we're dealing in, every penny counts, and we want to make sure that our organization, Emerging Growth Advisors, is doing the best possible solutions for companies that are trying to grow and make it through these economic conditions. So we, once again, give them a kickstart in terms of understanding the compliance requirements that the SEC requests of them on a quarterly and annual basis, and we make sure that happens within.
And how do you deliver this service to these companies?
People, process, and technology.
Right.
We understand the maturity level that the organization's at, and we will come in and help the organization if they don't have the right people or if there's a gap in the organization. We can parachute in the right people for an interim or extended period of time. From a technology perspective, we have web-enabled compliance software that's been in the marketplace around the world for the last 6 years. And from a process perspective, we understand all of the steps necessary from inception all the way through to writing your 10Ks and 10Qs on a public company. So we span the gambit, and we try to understand where the requirements are, and we cost effectively help the organization through it.
Yeah, Emerging Growth Advisors, and full disclosure here for our viewers, RedChip got very excited about the technology specifically for the Sarbanes-Oxley compliance, and we've partnered with Emerging Growth Advisors and now happy to represent the product out there. And so we'll be taking that out to our client base and to our potential client base out there as well. A lot of help from you.
We're very excited about the partnership. We are, Brad.
So again, it's Dean Armitage. He's the spokesperson for DoMark International. He works for one of the subsidiaries, Emerging Growth Advisors. DoMark is traded over the counter. The symbol is DOMK. Come to redchip.com and look at their corporate profile on our website and give us a call. We'd be happy to send you out further information on that. So, Dean, we appreciate you coming on RedChip Small Cap TV.
Thanks for the time, Brad. I really appreciate it.
This report is not a recommendation or solicitation to purchase or sell any security, nor does it constitute investment advice. Visit RedChip.com for full financial disclosures on RedChip clients.